talked about in the previous part is that these are really good jobs, that computing is particularly rewarding in terms of job satisfaction, the number of hours worked, and in pay for those who do them, and that these computing jobs keep on ranking very highly in a lot of the surveys about the best jobs in America today. But the problem is that computing has a problem. It attracts too few people. And when we look at the projected jobs for 2022 in terms of the jobs that will be available requiring a degree, we see, and I will direct your attention to the slice, the red slice called computing occupations. That is 27% of the job openings in 2022 will be in computing, requiring a computing degree. And if we compare that to intended majors, so who might be available to do those jobs in the year 2022? Well, if we take a look at who is graduating and who is coming into college at this point, in 2015, a survey of intended majors, a national sample of students who were asked what your intended major is going to be, only a very small proportion, 3.8% said computer science, 1.6% said math and other computer science. And so altogether, math and computer science was only 5.4% of the intended majors. The largest proportion went to biology and life science, then business, then engineering, then the health professions, social sciences, and way down we see computer science. Okay, so when we think about this, let's compare. Okay, again, directing your attention to the slices of the pie, the red slices of the pie. On the left-hand side are the jobs available in the future. On the right-hand side, the intended majors for those who could study these fields. And we see, have we got a problem? Well, it looks like we do. We have a lot of great jobs that will be available, but only a few people who will be available and able to fill them. So this is the status of the problem that we're talking about. These are a lot of jobs going unfilled in the future, and actually right now is estimated that the number of jobs that are unfilled are about 500,000 open jobs that we have today, and only 50,000 college graduates per year to fill those 500,000 jobs. So there is this mismatch between demand and supply, and the computing job forecasts only project further increases in computing jobs, that this is the wave of the future. This is what our economy is going to be based on. And so it shouldn't be so surprising then that the high demand and the low production is explaining these computer science initiatives that have been taking place more recently. In particular, for example, early 2016, President Obama introduced the Computer Science for All initiative, which is basically a challenge to schools and leadership across the nation to offer opportunities for young people in American schools to study computing. This has resulted in and also has springboarded off of some of the compulsory provisions for computer science curriculum in places like San Francisco, which it is compulsory in primary and middle schools, New York City, primary schools, high school graduation in Chicago. Computing will be compulsory for high school graduation in Chicago. High schools in Arkansas, Texas, New York City now must at least offer computing courses to their students.